Hey, welcome to the What I Wish I'd Said podcast episode for yesterday's message from Matthew chapter 5, verses 1 through 12. We started our series called The Jesus Way, and we talked about the opening of the Sermon on the Mount and the Beatitudes, right? And so I mentioned in the message where the Bible says, blessed are the peacemakers. And I just talked briefly about the distinction between peacekeepers and peacemakers. And I'd really like to just dive into that a little bit more. Our world loves peacekeepers, the people who smooth things over, avoid tough conversations, keep everyone smiling at Thanksgiving dinner, even though everybody knows that there's a relational dumpster fire smoldering just under the surface. We celebrate people who don't rock the boat, but Jesus didn't say, blessed are the peacekeepers. He said, blessed are the peacemakers. There's a world of difference between peacemakers and peacekeepers. So let's talk about that. Peacekeepers avoid conflict. Peacemakers step into it, not to win, but to heal. Peacekeepers prize the appearance of calm. Peacemakers pursue the presence of wholeness. Jesus wasn't a conflict avoider. He wasn't reckless. He also didn't sidestep the mess. He spoke truth in love. He confronted injustice. He forgave publicly. He invited the outcast in, even when it made religious people uncomfortable. Because being a peacemaker isn't about denying tension. It's about stepping into it and redeeming it. So let's get practical. Name the real issue gently. Don't let problems fester under false peace. Matthew 18:15 says, go directly to that person. Prioritize restoration over being right. Ask yourself, is my goal to win this argument or to restore this relationship? Stay curious, not defensive. Ask questions like, could you help me understand how you're feeling about this? That diffuses defensiveness and it opens hearts. And speak truth with grace. Ephesians 4:15 reminds us to speak the truth in love. But here's the thing. Hard truth delivered harshly wounds people. Deliver the truth with grace. That's what heals. And be patient. Peacemaking takes time. Seeds of reconciliation will not sprout overnight. So let's get super practical with some real life scenarios. How you can be a peacemaker. Let's say your coworkers are gossiping about a teammate. A peacemaker would say this, hey, I'm sure we all have frustrations, but maybe we should talk to them directly about it instead of talking about them. I'd be happy to help start that conversation. What about a family member who posts something inflammatory on social media? The peacemaker move would be, instead of shaming them publicly or ghosting them, send them a private message and say, hey, I saw your post. Would you be open to a conversation? How about this scenario? Church members get divided over a leadership decision. Well, if we're peacemakers, we would facilitate getting people together to listen in a place where they can safely express concerns, right? We would set ground rules for respect for sure, and we would pray for unity, but we would definitely let people share without fear of being shamed. How about this? Maybe this is too personal. You're harboring bitterness against someone who hurt you. The peacemaker move would be to pray for them by name. And then when you're ready, reach out with an honest conversation aimed at understanding and, if possible, finding reconciliation. So here's the bottom line. Peacekeepers value calm, but peacemakers value Christ. Christ made peace by walking straight through the mess while he carried the cross. And if you follow him, we don't avoid conflict, we redeem it.